I'm Yana. Hi.
Hi. Yeah, so Yana, you travel a lot, right? What makes you here in Iceland?
There's a lot to tell, but what brings me to Iceland, well, honestly, is the high salary. And obviously the scenery, because I haven't been to a chilly country before, so I thought, hey, let's do something new. And actually it turned out not to be too chilly, and I just love it. I've only been here for a couple of days and I still have 2.5 months left. So I'm very, very excited to see everything, yeah.
Why do you decide 3 months?
Because I just said I can definitely survive the summer in Iceland. So when it's getting too cold, I think I would I don't know, I just couldn't make it. So I thought, hey, maybe I can do the summer month. And I just came up with 3 months. Yeah.
So, do you know the next destination?
No, I'm still planning, but there is so many options because the world is so big and you can literally go everywhere. Nice. So I plan to go to a Spanish-speaking country, but in a Spanish-speaking country you don't really earn a lot. So I have no idea. Maybe to Greece, maybe to New Zealand, maybe. I don't know where it takes me.
How long have you been like this?
Maybe 2016 or something.
2016, like seven years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, what makes you first decide to do something like this?
I don't even know because my parents were never really the people who traveled a lot, so I don't know where that came from.
Okay.
But I just recently talked about it with my mom and she said that even when I was very young, I said, oh, I want to see the world and I want to travel, but I don't really remember that, so I have no idea where it comes from. No clue.
So how you travel is you find a job first and then travel there, or
well, sometimes I go to a country and I search for a job when I'm there. But this time it was differently, so I was first searching for a job and then I came here, so it always differs. I didn't really have a schedule, there's no plan at all. I just go with the wave and see where it takes me.
Wow. So what do you feel about feeling secure? Because some people say, oh, I have to have a plan, I have to know where it is. Why are you so comfortable with not the uncertainty?
It's getting too boring if it's too secure, because then I know exactly how my life will look the next week or the next 2 weeks or tomorrow. So that is, I don't know, it's just boring. And I love it when you don't have the security, when you don't know, hey, where am I gonna be in 4 months now? So this is really cool and it's entertaining and it gives me this, I don't know, I just need that, yeah.
So one practical question would be, being so uncertain, some people may worry about the income. Do you ever have any worry about this? How do you feel so fearful?
I wouldn't say worries because you can always find a place to work. It's not really fun when you don't earn a lot, but still you can always find something to earn money. Yeah, so it's not...
Doesn't have to be a certain type of job.
I love hospitality. Well, mostly I work in hospitality. I also do other stuff when I don't find something in hospitality. But I prefer working in hostels or in hotels because you always meet cool people and you always see a different life stories just as you're collecting them. So that's really cool.
Yeah. So what's your definition about success?
It is when you wake up and you're smiling and when you just have this feeling. I don't know how can I describe it. It's just you wake up and you just feel fulfilled because you're on the right spot and you have the right mindset. It's not about money and it's not about owning a cool car or stuff. It's all this going on here and here.
You have really a smart life philosophy. Wow.
Some call it smart, some call it super stupid because it's not safe at all.
What was your previous stop?
South America, exactly. I've lived 6 months in Colombia and 6 months in Ecuador.
Oh, and where else have you been?
Ooh, I don't remember all the places because in between of that, I was working on a cruise ship, and living on a cruise ship means that you're in many countries over a very short period of time. But I've lived in Cyprus, for example. It's really beautiful and warm.
What's the most exciting memory along all this travel?
Well, one thing that comes to my mind, I've seen and done so many cool things, but one thing I have on my head is I did a helicopter flight over the glaciers in Norway, and that was so impressive because I've never ever had an idea how glaciers look like because I was never really into cold stuff. And then we were flying over these glaciers and I was this is just stunning. It's such a different world. It's so, I I don't have words to describe, but that was impressive to see the glaciers from above. Yeah.
Wow. So do you have a long-term plan? I know you enjoy uncertainty, but foresee like how many years you want to keep alive, like traveling around?
I have no plan. I'm pretty sure that I won't do it forever because I'm sure that one time, like maybe in 1 year, maybe in 5 years, I'll think, okay, Jana, that is enough. Like, that's it. But no, maybe I'm gonna own a tiny little house, or maybe I'm just gonna own a great backpack where I can put everything. Maybe I have no plan, like nothing that I can.
So just enjoy the moment.
Yeah,
Enjoy the
I
present.
totally live in the moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck and keep the trip going on.
Thank you so much for sharing my life.